Okay. I did run out of time. Um, Now I forgot what I was talking about. It's like now my mind earlier my mind wasn't doing anything, and now it's racing. It's like it's just trying to catch up. I guess just part of my mind is just being lazy today. I guess, but oh, what was I talking about? Talking about being at home. Yeah, I know what it was. There'll be times when you're home and I talk to myself all the time when I'm home, all the time. Just like somebody else is there. That's what I do, and I've done it my whole life. I've done that, and I think it's just part of that fantasy world, but yet wanting to also be in reality, and that's when you try to blend both those in together, and you sit there and you just. And I think a lot of people do that, but I do it a lot. But but anyway, I find myself I'll get talking at home, and next thing you know, I'm going from another subject to another subject, and it gets kind of interesting. I wish there's a lot of times I had a recorder going or a video so I could remember a lot of things that I've talked to myself about. I mean, I have a lot of journals that I'll write in, and there'll be days when my mind's just going with all kinds of ideas, and I'm just writing everything down, and I put my journals away, and I think there's maybe a couple times in all these years that I've done it that I've actually went in and tried to find certain things, but usually I'll write them down, just put them in a box, and there they stay. But one of these days I really want to get them all together and find out all these things that I talk about, and I think if I did that and categorize them, I could find out a lot of issues that I'm having to deal with, maybe even some hidden issues. Maybe I could talk to my therapist about, and and, uh, and the one therapist that I have, she talks, she's into a lot of the spiritualism and meditation and just really neat things like that, and she's wanted to see my journal that I made when I was watching The Matrix, and it was the first time I watched it, and everything that they did, it was like a metaphor or uh, something else, like I want to say analogy, but it's like one thing they did, it meant something totally different to me, but yet if I put everything that they that I wrote down that was something else to me, I think it'd make a pretty cool movie actually. Um, but she wants to see that because I was telling her about a lot of these things in the movie I thought represented something, and that's what I wanted to say earlier instead of analogy. Different representations. But I was telling her about this journal that I made while watching it, and she wants to see it, and there's some things that I was telling her about that in the movie, what I thought it was representing. I guess there are actual groups out there, or books that teach that is an actual truth. It actually represents something. Um, even like in the physical world, um, not just a meaning of something, but it actually had um, the same physical aspect. than what was in the movie. I can't remember much of them right now, but when I get home, I'd like to get my journals out, and I'd like to make a video about it and see what people think. I just got to do all these things that I've been wanting to do. I've been writing them down and not putting these notebooks in a box somewhere and keeping them out so I can actually do them, because I like making these videos. That hopefully it helps other people out. It really helps me out, because it's sometimes it's just it's almost like what I do at home. I'll just sit there and I'll just talk about something, and that's why I wish that I had it on audio, or even had my video camera set up. But I love thinking. I couldn't imagine just working all day at a job where you aren't able to be creative and think, and hopefully someday I'll be able to do that. But yeah, some days I do it all day long, and by the time the day's over with, I'm wore out. I'm tired of thinking. It's like, oh, I mean, it's fun, but it does wear me out. And in fact, I should have a glass of water here, because at home I have to have a glass of water, because I'll just sit there and talk it through, and hopefully my neighbors, don't. They're like, because they know I'm there by myself all the time. They're probably thinking, what the hell is this guy talking to himself again? But I have to not care. That's what I enjoy doing. And anyway, I guess we're being kind of spontaneous. I able to talk about a few things. But hopefully I can sleep tonight and wake up in the morning. And I've been into this all for, I guess, a couple years now. This everything about like primitive survival, and learn how to make fire on your own with a bow drill, and I'd like to learn how to do some flint knapping and make my own arrowheads. So that's something that I'm excited to want to do tomorrow, and so I'm hoping I can get some sleep. But that's one of my hobbies that I do. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna go, and if I think of something else, I will make another video. Thanks.